Basket Case Mama Fab Finds, and I'm here with another haul video. And this is some stuff I picked up at various thrift stores. It kind of got mixed up in the mix while I was going through things, so we're going to just kind of roll through it and go from there. And I did look some of the stuff up, so I have an idea what they're worth. So I'm going to start with this because it's big, it's on my desk, it's in the way, it's wrapped in paper. But this is a Daniel Hector bone china cake platter, and as you can see, it has like this Art Deco design on the side, and this is actually silver and platinum and gold on the edge of it, as you can see on the back. That's what it says. You can see, but it says Daniel Hector, and it does say there in the small print that it is gold and platinum bone china, made in Japan. It was $3 at the little thrift store, and I think I got maybe 30% off the day I was there, because I wasn't there on Wednesday like I normally go. So I don't know, I have to look the receipt, but it sells for around $40, so that's good. As I say, usually I don't have things looked up. It just so happened I did look that up, so that is what it is. But if I am guessing, you'll see the price appear up here telling you that, you know, this is around what it'll be. And I'm probably going to do that on some of this because I'm not sure what I did. So I'm not I was going through videos and I don't recall seeing that this was shown to you, so I want to show it to you. I thought I did record something, but sometimes I talk to myself and the video's not going and I don't realize it wasn't going. So we have that. But I picked this up on Whatnot actually, and this is a Danbury Mint gold-plated Christmas ornament. It is the 2005 vintage festive fireplace. It comes with a card. It comes in the box. And Danbury Mint logo is so funny because when you look at it this way, it looks like something's written in another language, or there's numbers or something, and it's DM that way. So it's just a weird logo. But I want to say that I paid like under $5 for it, around $5 for it, and I probably can get 15 to 20, so double triple money up. And I might have bought a group of them for that. I don't remember honestly, but because I got a couple more. They're in this box, so I'm not sure if I bought them all together or I don't know, but it all worked out too inexpensive. That's what I remember about them. And I do well with these kind of ornaments, so I figured I'll pick them up. But this one has two different ones in the box. So there's a poinsettia here, as you can see, and then that one is like a music stand with music, and I think it says Merry Christmas or no, Silent Night on it. So these are also Danbury Mint. They just don't have all the same information and on the box. So again, around the same price, I would think. The fireplace might go for a little bit more. It's pretty intricate, and it is an annual one. So like once they're gone, you can't get them anymore. But those are much nicer, like the flat regular, like, or the ones you get when you go on vacation to like Yosemite. I actually had a Yosemite one sell recently. Any of those, whether they're brass or whether they're brass coated in 14 karat gold, at Christmas time especially, they always sell. So it's strange. Vintage ones tend to do better, but not bad. Like I said, $15, $20 maybe for those. It might be a little bit more because they're really kind of fancy. Fancy. Not the Danbury Mint, doesn't matter, but the fancy matters. So I picked up some of these guys at the little thrift store. Well, not this one. This one I did not. This one I picked up at the expensive thrift store. Hence the tag. It was 25% off, so that eases the pain a little. But this is actually a Barbie plush. He does have a little smooch on his face, which I'm pretty sure I can get off. I'm pretty good at getting things off like that. Mattel and Just Play, all those things. But he's electronic. He's not working right now, but I think he will work. He seems to be in good condition. So if he works, great. I'm going to guess maybe around $15 to $20. If he doesn't work, it'll be less than that, considerably. So I picked him up too at the little thrift store. He was 50 cents. Look how cute he is. This is Aramagari, Amagarami. amigurumi, that's what it is, or something to that effect. I always mess it up, but it's crocheted actually. And this stuff is very hot right now on on eBay and those sites. The little homemade dogs and cats and peoples. So he's cute. He's colorful. He's got stripes. He's adorable. I'm gonna say $20 maybe. Could be a little less. But I gotta tell you, I looked him up. He might go as much as 30. So I'll pop up here what it was, but it wasn't bad. It was not half bad at all. So, and then we have this little bulldog guy. He's hand painted. He has no markings on him whatsoever that will help me. He has a little tail. He's definitely old. He's got like little half stars around his collar. There's some whole stars on that side. He's definitely a little older, but I'm gonna say 12 to 15 probably. Maybe more. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I know, sometimes I don't know. Those kinds of things are hard because unless I can find the exact same one, which when I was looking I could not find the exact same one, it's hard. So this is a little Japanese scenery plate. It's hand painted. They had a couple of these little Japanese, but I like this one because it had handles, which is always nice. It was in decent condition. The gold looked really good. It has a teeny little chip in the gold there, just a teeny little, like, it's not, maybe not even, it's just like a blotch on it. There's like right there, there's a teeny little thing. But I like it with the scenery. It's got like girls on it and it's just really pretty. And it's just like a little candy dish. But I like the handled, I like, and I think they tend to do a little better. This was for, I'm gonna say maybe 15 to 18 or somewhere around there. But some of them do very well. Most of them, and the trouble with these kinds of things are, you get grandma died, some granddaughter who's in her 20s is selling all grandma's crap on eBay, and she's got these and she's selling them for $3 and $4 because she has no idea that they're old, or that they're old, but she understands that, but she doesn't understand they have any inherent value as vintage or sometimes antique. And that one doesn't say made in Japan and it just has a Japanese writing on it, so it's probably older because in the 40s you had to put made in Japan on it, so it's probably pre 1940, which is pretty old. So I have to do a little diligence. The thing about pottery and things like that is it takes a little time. And I didn't even bother, like, I introduced myself and I just got right into it because I actually did another haul video earlier, so I am in my mind just continuing on. But this is going to be a different video. But I am a part-time reseller. I've been doing this for several years, part-time, but I've been selling things on eBay since eBay first started, so that's not new to me. But actually doing it as a business, trying to make a profit on it, it's a little different. I pick things up at thrift stores, yard sales, flea markets, things like that, anywhere I can find cool stuff. Tomorrow I have a church sale that I'm going to, so that's exciting, but you never know. So I'm just trying to get everything done because, well, not done, but in the computer as quick as possible because Christmas is coming and fourth quarter starts in October. So I'm trying to get everything online before the Christmas season starts, and technically it starts next month, kind of, because Christmas you have to get it out and mailed prior to like the 10th usually, so that cuts into half of the month of that last quarter. So but this is a hand-blown, handcrafted little snowman ornament. It's not old. It was $1 and it's probably 10 to 12 maybe. Well, it's not old. It's got a barcode, so it's not too old, but it's got a little age. So this little guy here is just so pretty. And there was some porcelain, china there by the same artist. It's signed E. Geiger on the bottom, and it's hand painted porcelain. Now here's the thing. I don't know if this is, it doesn't have a name of like a pottery place like Limoges or you know, Royal Dalton or any of whatever. Has nothing on it to indicate that it's anything other than hand painted by Ms. Geiger, Miss Geiger, Mrs. Geiger, whoever she was. And I happen to know because I do have some porcelain hand painted by my great grandmother, because painting porcelain was a thing in the 20s and 30s. Women painted porcelain and their houses, and they had, you know, they did the tea sets. I have a tea set actually, but this was a set of plates and like dessert plates, and then this was sitting on top of it, and this looks like a little trinket box. It's darling, I know, but it's actually a stamp holder. You put your roll of stamps in, and then they would pull out. It was, you know, part of a desk set probably that she did. So I'm not sure if it belongs to a specific set or if it's by just someone painted it back in the 20s. But I thought it was really sweet and cute, and I think I paid $1 for it, so it probably is worth maybe 15, 18, because it's not like Limoges, and even Limoges is not worth huge amounts of money these days, but it's still cool, and I'm a big fan of Limoges, but unfortunately it's not worth as much money as you want it to be, as is everything. Although I got a couple things in this one lot that's coming up soon that were worth a whole lot more than Debbie would have ever thought, so that makes me feel better about things in general sometimes. So this guy's a cuddle barn. There's a tag. His name is Dalton. As you can see, he is a dragon. He has his tags, and he tells stories, and he works.
Hello there. I'm Dalton, the storytelling dragon, and I'm going to read you some of my favorite fairy tales.
Yes, he is.
Are you ready?
I am. There we go, but not right now. So he was going to read me Goldilocks and the Three Bears earlier. Hansel and Gretel. So he reads Hansel, Gretel, Jack and the Beanstalk, Rapunzel, Ugly Duckling, and Sleeping Beauty. Some of the all-time favorites there. And I'm sorry. So he's cute and he works and he's got his tags, and I kind of like him. And who doesn't like a storytelling dragon? So I actually live near a Hobby Lobby. They have a lot of these storytelling type things. So I don't know if that's where he originated or not. But he actually goes for, I believe, pretty decent money, like $30, $35. But again, it'll be up here once I get to that part. Now I'm laying things on my desk. Things are going to get dangerous. Things are going to get dangerous. So this is a cute little Carter's stuffed animal. He's a fox. He's just 1U, 2021. He's got this shaggy fur, and he actually does pretty well. He's going to need needs a little stitch up his back here. Well, maybe not, just a knot. His little things coming out the back here. And he needs a bath. He's really dirty. But generally with some love and soap and OxyClean, he will clean right up, and they usually wash really well and easily, the Carter stuff, because they're baby stuff. And I don't usually pick up dirty baby stuff, but I knew he would clean up, so I wasn't worried. And probably 18 to 20 for him. Now this is really cute, and there's only one that's sold, and there's literally none listed, so I'm gonna have to figure him out. But he's by Gun, as you can see. I don't know if you can see because it's not cooperating. There you go. He's by Gun, and his name is Little Whispers. One is sold in the last 90 days, and he was sold. Somebody sold him on an auction for $3. So that's not helpful because he's looks to be a little older. Although there is no date on here, and generally there is a date on Gun, but this one doesn't have one. So he's probably not 80s, but he might be 90s. But he's so soft and so cute. I love Gun. I really do like Gun. Gun is a great little brand, and he's cute as a button. Yes, he is. So my guess is in the $15 range, unless he's miraculously obscure, in which case he could be worth a lot more than that. But again, once I figure it out, which I probably will this is at the back of the pile of things I have to take pictures of, so it'll be a minute before that goes up on eBay and I figure out what it is. But I did do a little research before I started the video just to get a sense, and there wasn't much there to help me get a sense, which is terrible when that happens, but you know, it happens. So this is the pile of stuff that is interesting. So we'll start with the clothing part. So I had watched a few videos about clothing brands that had some really fast sell-through rates, just happened to be. So my daughter and I were at the expensive thrift store, and I said, let's just look for these brands. And of course, we found some of the brands, but not the things we were looking for. But they all do have decent sell-through rates nonetheless, and decent prices. So this brand here, if I can show it to you, is one I'd never heard of before. It is called Seven Diamonds. There's the Seven Diamonds. This is just a long sleeve dress shirt. As you can see, it's just burgundy and it's got dots on it. And it's not, I mean, it's really nice quality. You can tell the quality is really nice. Now there's one that's like some kind of four-way stretch one. This has stretch in it, but there's a four-way stretch one that sells very quickly. I want to say over 100% sell-through rate. So if you find one of those, it's a long sleeve as well. Definitely pick them up because it'll move right along, and it sells in the $30, like $40 range. But this does too. Not quite as fast on the sell-through, but still decent. And I was looking last night at another reseller that was talking about flannels, because flannels in season soon, very soon. I mean, he's in the Midwest, so not quite as soon for him, but very soon for those of us here on the East Coast and in the colder northern part of the country. So flannels are going to start heating up, and he was doing things that already have a really high sell-through rate in August that will just increase as the weather goes along. And some brands I never heard of. So what I do when I hear brands that I never heard of is I write them down. And there's brands that I've heard of but never find. Like Filson, I found I think one time. I've never found some of the other ones. I think I found Smart Wool one time. Free People and those kinds of things I find a lot of. Anthropology. We have an Anthropology around us, not near us, but around us, like within a 50-mile radius, I guess. So we get some of that. But some of these brands I never heard of, and I'm always paying attention because, like I've said before, if you've ever watched my videos, most of the brands that are really good and expensive brands and sell really well in pre-owned condition and have high sell-through rates are things you've never heard of before, and are not necessarily like the Hermes or Dior or Givenchy or any of those French designers that we all know, and do sell for lots of money, but don't sell quickly, and are generally in the women's clothing group, although like Chanel makes men's clothes, and I've found some of Armani in my day, so and there's stuff to be found, but you got to kind of work it out. But these are just brands that are like flannel shirts that are just general brands but good brands that make them in wool or merino wool, or some of them aren't even wool. They're like things that are like polyester blends, but they still sell well because they're like considered a flannel polyester. But the brand is so good that they still sell really well and fast. So it's always interesting. I'm back. There was a little thing I had to talk to my husband about something. So sorry about that. Anyway, the other thing I picked up, and I don't usually pick these up either, but this time, okay. And it wasn't anything, I didn't think it would be anything special, but they came in bags. There was one that I think was $7 and one was $6. So this was in the $7 bag. So it came to like $1.40, I think, for her. She's Marilyn Monroe. Gentlemen prefer blonde. She's not worth very much, maybe $8 to $10. And then there's another one from How to Marry a Millionaire, also $8 to $10. And most of these are not opened. As you can see, they're nice and neat in there in their little paper. So those are from 2 different years. They're keepsake ornaments. So again, she's about $8 to $10. And then there was this little one, Our First Christmas Together, by it's 2012. It's probably $5 to $10. But then there's this. So this is Nifty 50s keepsake ornament. This is a series. This one's from 2015. And these were the blown glass ornaments. So this set here last sold for $55. Yes, really. Apparently, these particular ones are very hard to find in the series, some more than others, but this one last sold for, I believe it was $55. I will put it up here because there was a little difference in some of the prices, but interesting. And then we have Scuffy, the tugboat from the Golden Book series, and I had, I think, 3 of the Golden Book series ones. This one, I want to say, goes for around 20-ish. And then we'll get to the other ones in a minute because they're on the bottom, but stay tuned. So this was $5.29. It was 25% off. But these are just swim trunks. They have octopuses on them. I don't know if you can tell, but it's Peter Millar. And my daughter found them. I wasn't going to get them because the tag is very, like, washed from going in the pool or the ocean. There's, like, no information on it, so I'll have to measure them. But they actually, even pre-owned, I think went for like $30. So we picked them up because that wasn't bad at all. Because I paid $4 something probably for them. Then I picked up this purse. That was $7, but 25% off. This is a giraffe purse. It's a fossil, and it's a keep. It has key dash per inside. And I want to say this was in the $40 range. Again, up here it'll be. Then we picked up these, and this is a story here. So my daughter found these, and they're just fleece shorts, but they're True Religion. They're medium. They're not the best size, but they're in exceptionally good condition. Like, I don't think they're ever worn because they still have like the little original tag holder thing here, and that original tag, and the interior tags don't look washed. I mean, they look brand new. They're just not. And they have the gold True Religion there. So they're nice condition, they're nice shape. But look at the price that they were asking for it at the expensive thrift store. Yes, that does say $16.99. I'm telling you, they're all insane. The orange tag, because of course it didn't sell at that price, was on sale the day I was there. So $16.99. Then it was $8 something, plus it was 25% off for me that day, so it was like $6 something. And I thought, well, for $6 something, okay, I'll get them because they're going to be 20, 25 easily in this condition, and I believe they're more like closer to 40. But again, I will pop it up here. But I was still pleased with that. So then we had this little bag of goodness here. So this one here is a cute little, not worth much, but he's still cute. He's a solar powered Cupid, and he does the rocky thing, and his little eyes go up and down. And I want to say he's probably $5, or thereabouts, which is fine, but not a ton. But it's okay. He doesn't have to be a ton. A little bit here, a little bit there. But this bag here was $6, and everything came out to be $1 a piece because I think there's 6 things in here. But there's the Pokey Little Puppy Golden Book, and he is from 2015, and he again was $15 to $20 range, I want to say. I think, no, 14. He was like $14 for him. So all the little Golden Books were around $14. Then we have this guy here. I almost fainted away. So this little group here is the 2014 set of those Nifty 50 ornaments. And this group here, now mind you, I could show, it's exactly what you see here on the box. They're not 3 ornaments. It's a box of, it looks like a box of ornaments you would have bought in the 50s. Like, that's the thing that it looks like. So that's what you're getting right there. This last sold for $80. Not once, not twice, but multiple times for $80 in the last 90 days. that is craziness talking there. And then we have this one here. And actually, I will pop it up here because this might have been the one that was, no, I do think it was around 80. And this one too. This one too was that much money. This one was the same like crazy price. This is called Bubble Lights. So these are not real bubble lights, but it's like a box that looks like they got little bubble lights in them. And the little bubble lights are Santa and his sleigh. These two here are apparently very rare and very hard to find out of this series. And people are trying to finish their series. So they're paying up for it. And again, these are new. They are not like, look, they're in the paper, still in the box. It's lovely condition. So again, $80. So right now I'm just like, what in the world is happening there? Because I would have never, I figured, oh, for $6 I'll probably come out of it with 50 or 60, and that's 10 times the money. So that's great. That's fine. That'll work. So this one's the 2016 Golden Book. It's the Shy Little Kitten one, and it's like three-dimensional, the ornament, because this is the first one I opened to look inside of it because I couldn't believe they were like new in the wrappers still, but indeed they are. So I didn't open any other ones, but I wanted to make sure because sometimes even though they're wrapped nice, they're not really new. They're broken or something. So I want to make sure. I will check them all before and take pictures of them out of the box, even though they're new, to show they're not broken. So it'll be, I opened them specifically for that, and I disclose that in the thing, but they're still new. And everything I list anyway, for the most part, is it's new, but it's pre-owned. So I say, you know, it's new, you know, it's in new condition in the box, and you know, it looks unused is kind of how I word it. And then we have this cute little caliper clip, Elf on the Shelf, which don't use that unless it really is Elf on the Shelf, or they'll take down your listing. But this is actually Elf on the Shelf, and this is called a Plushy Pal Mini, and she's a girl. I know the girls are a little harder to find sometimes, so that's helpful. And I'm going to say $10 to $12 for her. But that bag there was a success, man. That was awful fun. And then we have a tie, because, you know, what would it be for me to do this without having a tie to show you? So this one's a Fratellino, and again, it's got that Art Deco-y, you know, look to it. This is much simpler design, but still in really good condition, in its silk, and $25 all day long. It was funny, I was looking up the prices, and the first two Fratello ties that have sold at Deco were both mine. So, and it is funny because my husband always says, I just can't get over the fact that you sell all these ties, like, you know, and I'm, no, neither can I sometimes, but that's the fun of it. You just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So I'm going to wrap this video because it's in two parts and I really don't know what the other part is, and then I'll come and do another video for the rest of the stuff I picked up. But I thank you so much for watching from the bottom of my heart, truly. I appreciate you spending time with me, and I know that people are busy, so any people that watch, I'm always grateful. If you can, please hit the thumbs up if you like this video, if you like this content, and I'll keep putting it out there for you. And leave a comment if you saw anything that was cool or anything that made your mind blow, like those ornaments, or that maybe you know something about that I didn't know, because that's always helpful too. And then do me a favor and subscribe, and then you'll know every time that it'll be in your stuff that you subscribe to. You'll see all the videos that I've done. You can go look at other ones that you maybe missed. And if you want to, you can hit the notification bell, and then it'll let you know the next time I go live. I tend to post on Wednesdays these haul videos. Anything else might come up any other day of the week, depending on when I have time to do it. But these, I try to edit them Wednesday during the day and get them up on Wednesday later in the day. So I thank you so much for watching. The phone is ringing again, so I'll talk to you on the next one. Have a good time. Have a good day.